Hey guys, big news. CNN just had a town hall interview with the Republican candidate, Donald
Your
Trump.
be your best friend.
I don't know about that, but
You good boy.
I don't know about that. But it's very, very serious because CNN always talks trash about Trump. And no surprise, they're still talking trash about Trump. Now, if we go to their website, it's basically everything is about Trump, nothing about Biden. But is it good stuff? Is it bad stuff? I'm gonna let you decide. I'm gonna share the screen
Oh,
right
but you know
now.
why they're not talking about Biden?
Why?
He hasn't woke up yet. Still sleeping, so he hasn't
I,
done
I did
anything.
not expect that from you. I did not expect that from you, but
Hey, I'm fair, man. I like to be fair.
here you go. Key moments from Donald Trump's CNN town hall. So the former president repeated election lies, wouldn't say if he wants Ukraine to win the war, and was asked about the federal abortion ban and the debt limit. So they're fact checking Trump at the CNN town hall in New Hampshire. Here, Trump responds when he was asked if he owes Pence an apology. Former President Trump said he would pardon a large portion of January 6th rioters. Trump asked if he stands by the comment from Access Hollywood tape. Here, his response: Trump's primary polling advantage is historically large. That is surprising that CNN actually said that. Donald Trump's lead is a huge problem for Republicans. I don't know about that. A lot of Republicans are supporting him.
So let me ask you this about Mike Pence. What do you think about? Do you think he should apologize to Mike Pence?
Uh Honestly, not publicly. I think they should do it like, not publicly. I wouldn't
Uh,
apologize to Mike Pence publicly. If anything, I would apologize to him about about it, whatever comments he said about his family and stuff. But you know how Donald Trump is. So
well, I think if he does apologize, it needs to be in public because what he did to Trump was in public. Uh, I mean, he put Pence's life in danger, and I think Pence had his daughter right with him at that time. So he basically put his family in danger.
well,
But
I think Mike Pence basically is like, the guy that was riding with him just to be vice president. And he basically him not supporting Donald Trump and making it, to me, I don't think that whatever protest, and they call it insurrection, but to me, I think it was still a more peaceful one than what we see elsewhere. So and then there's videos out that police officers are actually telling those people that already were in the Capitol that, hey, you know what, you can walk around, just don't go crazy or don't do anything stupid, don't hurt nobody. And police officers were actually giving them a tour and everything, which caused the release of that guy with the horns and stuff like that.
oh, he's out.
Yeah, he's out. So that those videos are actually like, help. That's why I think Trump was saying that, a lot, I would pardon a lot of those writers.
Yeah,
Still,
but you can pardon somebody with zip ties and dress like he was a SWAT member of the SWAT team. You can pardon somebody like that because you know that somebody that dressed like that is ready to do something. I understand if you,
well, most of them were like, some of them were dressed up like the SWAT were like FBI agents too. So
but
uh,
eh, okay, that's my point. Think about this. Let's say you as a citizen, why would you dress like that, knowing that they might get you confused? And if there's a shootout, they might get you confused. It's like if there's a mass shooting, it's
I,
kind of difficult for somebody to pull their gun out, knowing that if the cops come, they're not gonna know who's the good guy or the bad guy is. So
yeah.
therefore, you need to is stay away from the problem and be smart about it. I mean, you always want to stay away when there's a problem, a fight. You don't want to walk towards the fight. You want to walk away from the problem, so you won't be charged with any violence or anything of that nature.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever happened, but what my thing is that uh CNN making him part of a town hall interview after like actually doing full coverage on him is very interesting to see, because you don't see that often, especially with how much they talk about him. So I want to share a video actually of what he was talking about the debt ceiling, because we talked about it in the previous video, and I think it's very important to see how the Republicans take it, because we have a Democrat in the office that obviously wants to raise it. He's for spending more money, and right now, I think we're Donald Trump has spent a lot of money too while during his presidency too, but especially because he had the pandemic and everything, and supposedly that saved the US economy. But did it really? Because right now we're in a turmoil of inflation. So
Well, he started printing money, and then Biden just kept doing it too. He didn't turn the
yeah,
machine off.
he didn't turn the machine off like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
But let's see, let's share this video and see what he has to say.
The US right now could be just 3 weeks away from defaulting on its debt. That could mean millions of jobs lost, people not getting their social security payments. People believe it would put the US economy into a recession. On that topic, I want to bring in Marta Cervella, a student here at St. Anselm. She is an undeclared voter who did not vote in 2020. Marta, what's your question?
Hi, Mr. President.
Hi,
So my question is, what do you think about the United States' current debt situation, and how can we move forward?
Such an important question. So we're at $33 trillion, a number that nobody ever thought possible. When we had our economy rocking and rolling just prior to COVID coming in, like literally, we were making a fortune. And oil, we were going to make so much money from oil, we were going to start paying off debt. But then with COVID coming in, we had to do other things. We had to keep this country alive because it was so serious. But we have to get the country back. We have to lower energy prices. We have to lower interest rates. Interest rates are through the roof. Energy has to come down. It all has to come down, and we have to start paying off debt. But when we have a debt limit, and they use that very seriously. I mean, they came in, Schumer came in with Nancy Pelosi, and they were using, we'll violate it, we'll do whatever. They talked a whole lot different than they do right now. I say to the Republicans out there, congressmen, senators, if they don't give you massive cuts, you're going to have to do a default. And I don't believe they're going to do a default, because I think the Democrats will absolutely cave, because you don't want to have that happen. But it's better than what we're doing right now, because we're spending money like drunken sailors.
So just to be clear, Mr. President, you think the US should default if the White House does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans are demanding?
We might as well do it now, because you'll do it later, because we have to save this country. Our country is dying. Our country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid people.
You said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the Oval Office. So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Because now I'm not president.
The US defaulting would be massively
Well, you don't know.
consequential for everyone in this room. For all
You don't know. It's psychological. It's really psychological more than anything else. It could be very bad. It could be maybe nothing. Maybe it's you have a bad week or a bad day. But look, you have to cut your costs. We're spending $7 trillion on, much of it on nonsense. $7 trillion on nonsense. I actually said, get all of that money that was wasted, and frankly, the Senate should have never approved it. Get all that money that was wasted, and if they don't get rid of that, you'll have to default.
Mr. President, we've got another voter here
And
tonight.
by the way, you're going to default eventually anyway, but it's going to be much messier. I don't think you'll have to default. I think if the Republicans hold strong and they say we want let's say we want $5 trillion off, I really think the Democrats have no choice but to do it. And if I win, they're going to be doing the same thing to me in 2 years. I guarantee you that.
Wow. Wow. I had goosebumps from that interview, and it's just chilling because it's a very scary situation to be in. If the US defaults, it has never defaulted. And him saying it like, well, we're eventually gonna default, that was massive. Like it kind of gave me goosebumps, kind of gave me chills, because a lot of Americans depend on that kind of money.
What do you mean? In which way? Like in a negative way or the good
Well,
way that he said
it's just
that?
scary. It is kind of scary. Like you said, it's psychological. So for the stock market to crash, and if they come back in like within a week and they're like, okay, we'll raise the limit right now after they defaulted,
Well,
which could be
it might be
possible.
psychological for the stock market and big companies, big investors, but what about the regular person that is not involved in
So
that
a
kind
lot
of
of
activities?
401ks fall. A lot of jobs, are lost. Payments
Right,
to
but that's
like
not going to be psychologically
federal
for these
employees
people. It
are
won't
not.
be that.
Well, I mean,
It's
look,
going to be reality.
it's gonna be turmoil. Financially, it'll be turmoil.
Yeah.
The thing that scares me is because it's not only America. It will affect other parts of the world too. People that are obviously have nothing to do with it, and they'll lose their jobs. It'll cause a financial turmoil, and if so it's very serious that we do start cutting our debt. It's very important to be a strong economy. We have a lot of debt throughout the world. We've been giving out money, and lately he's right about the oil thing. He's right about like the energy thing. We need to lower our energy costs. We need to conserve oil, and we need to start getting this America first policy like again back in order, because right
But
now we have
American
a
first
border
policy,
crisis,
I
we
don't.
have a lot of other crises, and we have inflation crisis, we have too many crises, we have a Ukraine crisis. It's just for an American, an investor, for a person that works hard and is barely making ends meet. He has to work 2 to 3 jobs to like afford rent nowadays. It's just insane. So it did give me chills. Like I'm nervous about what is going to happen. I hope they do raise the debt ceiling or whatever they need to do, but he's right. Eventually it will crash, and that will
But
be messier. So why not start cutting right now? And
but if we're smart, that's going to take years. It will be probably years to
yeah,
come.
but so he says it straight up. We have very stupid people running this country, and it's both sides, Republican and Democrats. They're both stupid people, and they're gonna ruin everyday Americans. So when they say de-dollarization and the change in power of the world's currency, it's very important to note that when you have a military, you have a strong country, you have a strong military, no one's going to really mess with you. But if you own basically are the world's currency, the whole world won't mess with you. You control basically what the whole world is doing. So that's why US is in the power which it is right now.
Yeah.
Now, do you want another country coming in being the world's currency and not the US? And then, it's a big mess. But
Well,
hopefully they do come up with some solution. It's very important, and I'm just surprised to see Donald Trump at the CNN town hall, and I think he did a very, very good interview. He was answering the questions very good, and I see it like the audience actually liked him, and it was a CNN broadcast interview, so it was
well,
very
I
good.
I can tell that you're very dedicated to this topic. Uh, we let's go ahead and make another video. Uh, next time we
Yeah,
have
we'll
another one for you
definitely talk
guys.
about the debt ceiling limit,
Yeah,
and we'll do
but
it soon.
yes, but again, guys, thank you for your time.
Like,
We'll.
share, subscribe.
Yep. Thank you, AJ. Take care. We will see you on the next one.
All right, bye.